Hello, hello everybody. How are we doing today? I hope you guys are all doing awesome. I hope you guys had a great Cinco de Mayo yesterday if you guys celebrated it. Bear with me today. Upstairs they are doing some sort of construction of some kind, so it's really loud every once in a while. And the kiddos are hanging out inside today, so it might hear them every once in a while. Hello Marianne, how are you? I'm just going to take this time and share this live video. If you guys want to do the same, it would be appreciated as always. To get the word out there about the show, and the more people that are watching, the more giveaways we get to do, which are my favorite. Hello Alan and Aaron, how are you guys doing? We are making a smothered chicken recipe today. It looks delicious and it seems pretty easy to do. Hello Buffy, how are you? Anna, hello Lacey and Deb, you guys welcome. Don't forget to share the live video and leave a reaction on the post so that you can get entered into the giveaway at the end of the show. I hope you guys had an awesome Cinco de Mayo. We did. We had fun. We went to a Mexican restaurant and had margaritas and nachos and hung out with the kids and went to bed early so we could be refreshed for today. Hello Sue and Christy. Hello Sarah, how are you? I hope everyone is awesome today. We are going to get started on this recipe because there's a couple steps that we need to get going on so that we're not here all day. Hello Mary from Ohio. Hello Pam and Alice. We are going to get started. I have 2 boneless, skinless chicken breasts ready to go, some thick cut bacon. You want to get all your supplies out and ready for this, especially when it comes to making the gravy and things like that. You're going to want to be adding them all at one time, and you don't want to be searching around for them in your kitchen. Hello Steve and Tracy Cassidy. Hello. Hello Jennifer. Made it for dinner. It was so good. Did you serve yours with rice or mashed potatoes, Jennifer? Hello Doodles. How are you? Matt. Hello Heather and Christy, you guys. All right, so we are going to get started. All right, so it says to measure everything out, get everything ready to go, and then we're going to fry up our bacon. So what I'm just going to do is get my Dredge ingredients all mixed in. This is what we're going to coat our chicken in. Lacey, I don't think so. I think I'm going to take the weekend to celebrate Mother's Day. Rory has gone working for a week, so I am just going to enjoy my time with my kids. Hello, B and Jasmine. Hello, you guys. So we're going to get our Dredge ingredients ready. Sorry, you guys. The kiddos are on a rampage today, so bear with me. Please don't fight right now, okay? Okay. Grayson, you can grab mommy and daddy's pillows off their bed. Oh, and Kingston's going. All right, you guys. Hello, Gigi. How are you, Kimberly? The kids are just fighting today, guys. Hey, hey, hey. Greg. You want to come say hi? We are going to get our ingredients ready for dredging our chicken. It asks for breadcrumbs. You guys know whenever it asks for breadcrumbs that I really do like replacing them with these seasoned Ritz crumbs. Say hello to Kingston. Grayson, look up here. Say hi. Okay, then go. You don't have to. Bye-bye. Love you. Okay, so we need 1/4 cup of breadcrumbs. You can use Italian, you can use regular. I am using the garlic butter Ritz crumbs. 1/4 cup into our coating tray. And then we want 3/4 cup of flour. This is gonna help it bind to our boneless, skinless chicken breasts. So 3/4 all-purpose flour. Seasoning salt, black pepper. So I'm gonna grab out my seasoning salt here. If I can find it, I remember my husband took it out to ask me about it. Here it is. So seasoning salt, you can use whichever you like. You can use Lowry's, you can use the Morton Nature seasoning. That's up to you. Jennifer, that's so awesome. I use crackers on purpose. So you want a teaspoon of seasoning salt. No idea where my teaspoon is right now. So teaspoon, I have a 1/2 teaspoon. Make and do with my mess I've got going on today. So seasoning salt. Hello Thelma, Alice, Sarah. Hello Barbara. Yes, I know. I hope that you're going to get your Chinese food that you wanted, Lacey. Hello, Katie. Hello, you guys. How is everyone doing? So we've got our seasoning salt, and then we want 3/4 of a teaspoon of black pepper. I am just going to freshly grind some in here, like so. And then I am just gonna use my little baby whisk here to just mix this all up. You can do it in a Ziploc bag if that is easier for you. To each their own, however you want to get this all mixed up. You just wanna make sure you don't have any big pockets of seasoning salt or pepper, because that will stick to your chicken in a big pocket and you will have a very, very peppery bite or salty bite, and we don't want that. We want it nice and even. So we can set that aside so our ingredients are ready for that. Now I have all of my gravy ingredients out. Make sure you have your 2 cups of chicken broth ready. If you're making the better than bouillon chicken broth, make sure that you get that completely ready. I have my 1/2 and 1/2, my butter, my soy sauce, and all of my seasonings out and ready. Yes, Lacey, tell me how it goes. Hello, Jimmy. It is warm. It was like 98 degrees yesterday. Nice and warm today as well. So we've got all of this ready to go. Now we are going to fry up our bacon. You do always want to cook your bacon by putting it on a cold pan first. So we're doing 5 strips of the nice thick cut bacon. Grayson, what's wrong? What? Grayson, what's wrong? What? I can't understand you when you cry. Okay. So medium heat, medium low heat here to cook our bacon. Just 5 strips of the thick cut bacon. I'm using a different company than I normally do. It looked the best at the grocery store, so nice thick cut Jimmy Dean bacon. There's only about 8 slices in a pack. Grayson, honey, Grayson, baby, you need to calm down, sweetie. Okay? Okay? Quit making your baby cry. Please. Grayson, come here. All right, you guys, sorry about it. It's chaos here today. I don't know. The bacon package always says it to always put it on a cold pan first. I think it gives you a more even cook to it. It also doesn't shock the bacon. What's going on, baby? I don't know what you need, baby. Cheese? You can have a string cheese while you wait for dinner. There we go. All right, nothing a little string cheese couldn't solve. Miss you too, Doodles. Wish you were here too. Yay, I'm excited. I hope my kiddos like it. Obviously, it's just going to be us eating it. Rorie's not home, so I'm hoping that they like it and I'm not left with a bunch of leftovers. So while we are cooking up our bacon, while it's crispy on both sides, we'll grab out a bowl to put it in when it's done cooking. Let that bacon cook up, and then we are going to start prepping our chicken. So we want to slice each chicken breast lengthwise for thinner pieces, lay some saran wrap over it, and pound it with the meat tenderizer. So we are going to take our chicken breast here and just cut it lengthwise in half like so. So here is my chicken breast. I'm just going to hold it in my hand and begin slicing it. Be very, very careful that you do not slice your hand. You're just butterflying this chicken breast in half so that we don't have to spend as much time cooking it. And we also can tenderize these pieces. So just cut those open like so. Do you need help, Ray Ray? Can't get the wrapper off? That's okay, baby. What happened? Brother, can you help him get the last piece of his cheese out of the wrapper? Mommy has chicken on her hands. Grayson, can you bring it to him? And he'll help you fix it.
No, I'm opening my ear.
All right, so we cut it in half lengthwise. Yes, baby. Yep, I'm washing my hands so I can help you. Here we go. All right, fixing the cheese drama right now, you guys. Don't forget to leave a reaction on the post to get entered into the giveaway at the end of the show. You do have to be present to win, so don't forget to hang around. Cooking our bacon, we're gonna take our saran wrap and we are gonna cover our chicken, and we are going to tenderize them until they're about 3/4 inch thick. Mine are already pretty thin, so I'm just gonna tenderize them gently just so that that coating sticks better. Also, a little secret saran wrap hack that I have learned from TikTok is keep your saran wrap in the freezer and it won't stick to itself. If you are somebody that struggles with saran wrap like that, do put it in your freezer so that you're not fighting it all the time. Our saran wrap lost its box in the move, so I have to cut mine with scissors. Gonna take it and then I am going to flip this over. So this is my meat tenderizer. This is Pampered Chef. I know they can smell that bacon. They are gonna be waiting around for it. You will need to keep your bacon grease, so don't pour it off right away. Pour it into a heat safe dish because we will be using it to make our gravy. So here is my tenderizer, like so. It has a natural weight to it, which I really like, so then you don't physically have to work as hard to use the tenderizer. You don't have to put as much force into it. I know you love bacon, but I need it for the recipe. So we're just going to tenderize these pieces of chicken, like so. I'm going to pull this back, I'm going to flip it over and tenderize the other side. Here we go. They will plump up as they cook, so it might feel like you're making them really flat, but the meat will plump up as you cook it. So don't be too worried about that. This bacon is getting ready. I'm gonna flip it over and see how we are going. Hello, Aunt Sheila, how are you? Woo. Flip my bacon over. We want it nice and crispy. And remember, we do want all that bacon grease, so don't pour it off. You will want to save your bacon grease. We are going to use the clear part of the bacon dripping for our gravy. It's going to have lots of good flavor in it, like so. All right. And then we are going to coat our chicken. Hello, Michelle. How are you? Casey and Sarah. Hello, you guys. How is everyone doing? Yep, my dogs are always right under my feet, ready to eat. So I am going to take one of my other coating trays and get them out and ready. So I'm going to coat my chicken and just set them in my trays so that they're ready to go once our bacon is done. So we're just going to take this saran wrap. We don't need it anymore. And we are going to coat our chicken. You want to make sure you get every nook and cranny of this chicken. Don't be shy. You will have plenty of coating left for each piece. Flip it over, rub it in, make sure you get it nice and covered, like so.
Mom, I think I need a floss. I got something.
You need what?
I'm going to get a floss.
Floss? Okay. So I'm coating each side of my chicken, getting all the nooks and crannies, kind of pushing it into the outer part of the chicken. It is a boneless, skinless chicken, so you want all that yummy flavor from that coating in there. Give us a nice crunchy texture on the outside. Ready to go. Wash my hands again. Washing the skin off of them today. All right. chicken is ready. You can use any pan on your stove that you want. I do prefer the cast iron because it allows the chicken and bacon and things like that to get extra crispy on the outside. Like I said, make sure you have your chicken broth ready to go. Thank you. Throw it in the trash when you're all done. Your half and half ready to go. It's gonna be so good, you guys. The bacon already smells delicious. I don't have a whole lot of grease coming off, but we're gonna do our best to get this bacon cooked up. I did turn my heat up a little bit. It's definitely a learning curve, learning a new stove after you've had the same glass top stove forever. So learning the right temperature to keep my stove for certain pans. Also, I've been using these pans on the grill a lot lately, which I've been loving, cast iron on our grill outside so it doesn't get hot in here during the day. Cook this bacon up. The thicker cut does take a little bit longer, so keep that in mind. I know a lot of you like to cook your bacon in the oven or the air fryer. As long as you get adequate amount of grease when you do that, that's fine. I know when I cook bacon in the air fryer, not a lot of extra grease comes off. And if it does, it cooks into the bottom of the pan of my air fryer. So just be wary of that because we do want that grease. So keep that in mind when you are cooking your bacon for this recipe. There we go. Pan is heating up. And you do want this bacon nice and crispy. I don't normally eat crispy bacon when I'm having my breakfast. So I'll be cooking this a little bit longer than I normally do so that we have that nice crisp crunch on our bacon to crumble into the top of our chicken and gravy. The middle of my pan is getting hotter than this side, so I'm just lifting these up and making sure these edge pieces are getting that heat source from the center of my pan. Remember, your cast iron pan will get hot all around. The handles will get hot, so don't grab your handle without grabbing a pot holder or a silicone mitt of some kind to protect your hand. All right, so once this is all done, we are going to put our bacon grease in a heat-safe container, which I'm not sure which one I am going to use. I'll probably just put it into a bowl so that I can see the clear juice from the darker bacon grease, because we do just want to keep 2 to 4 tablespoons of the clear bacon drippings. This is getting nice and crispy. My dogs are making sure they're not missing any of the grease that's coming flying off of this bacon. Hello, Linda. How are you? Hope you guys are all doing well. Excited for Mother's Day weekend. It's also Nurse Appreciation Week. So I give a shout out to all those nurses that we know on the show that work so hard through their jobs and the pandemic and all this stuff. So thank you to all of our nurses and all of our moms. And I hope you guys have a great time celebrating this weekend. And Lacey has a good birthday plus a Mother's Day. All right, this is about done. And then we will sear our chicken in the pan with some vegetable oil to cover the chicken by half. Heat over medium heat. I'm just kind of tossing these around so that they don't get burnt on any sides. The bacon will continue to cook once you've pulled it out of the grease. So just keep that in mind so that it doesn't overcook. All right. Let that extra grease drip off and put it in our container here. Then I'm going to grab some silicone mitts and get this bacon grease poured off like so. And then we are going to add in some oil, enough oil to cover our chicken about halfway up. So you don't need too much because our chicken has been pounded out thinner. So it gives you about a roundabout that you'll need half a cup of oil for cooking. Hello, Sherry, how are you? Hello, Tammy, yes, happy Mother's Day to all of you. And Nurses Week. I appreciate all of our nurses. My cousin is a hardworking nurse at the pediatric hospital here in town. So grabbing out these clear drippings. 2 to 4 tablespoons. And by clear drippings, if you see in the bottom of my bowl, I'll show you here that the bacon does leave kind of a sediment in the bottom, so you just want to take the clear drippings on top. It will separate out rather quickly, so just avoid all of the cooked bits and just grab the oil that's on top. That's what we want for cooking. I'm going to turn this light on over here, and we want our oil nice and warm. Once it's nice and glistening, we're going to add our chicken and fry them for about 5 minutes aside. I might do a little less than that because we are going to cook our chicken in the gravy itself as well. So you don't need to overdo it on this first cooking process. We are going to just add it in to get it nice and crispy. Woo! That is ready. I'm just gonna try and fit all of mine in all at the same time. And let those cook. I'm gonna do 3 minutes and then I'm gonna check on them and flip them over. Don't forget to leave a reaction on the post, you guys, a heart, a like, a thumbs up. So we are frying this chicken up until they're nice and golden brown, and then we're gonna set them aside onto a plate. So grab your plate out for your chicken here. Then we are going to get something out to pour this oil into, because we will not need it after this, but we do want the drippings that are going to be in the bottom of the pan. So you're going to need to pull this oil off in a safe way. Use a heat-safe container, glass container, empty can of some kind you can pour that grease into. I am not sure where I'm going to put mine. That will be safe. Let's get some of that air circulating in the kitchen. Make sure that you've got a fan on of some kind when you're frying chicken. It will start to get kind of smoky in here, but it shouldn't be too bad. Just make sure you are using vegetable oil. It has a different smoking temperature than other oils. So just make sure you're keeping that in mind if you ever substitute an oil in a recipe, that it has the same smoking temperature as the other oil. I love using my cast iron. I'm really loving it with our grill lately, being able to throw that pan onto the grill, not worrying about it. It doesn't get damaged in any way, shape, or form. Cooking our shrimp, our steak, our pork, our potatoes, all that stuff. Yep, you can use flour. I don't recommend using water all the time, but in a pinch you can use just a very, very small amount of water. It will give you the reaction that the flour does as well. I have no idea where I'm going to put this oil. Oh, I will pour it off into this glass container. It's heat safe, and I know that it can withstand all of that temperature that the oil will have on it. Make sure you have your chicken broth ready, your bouillon cube out, your half and half. That's funny. Yep. Some people heard water, some people heard flour. Both work. Both are going to get the job done. Just be very, very careful when you do it. It will cause the reaction, as you saw. So just make sure that your kids aren't hanging around, or anybody with low-lying face anywhere near the oil. We did get moved. We are in Arizona. We've been here about 4 weeks now. It's definitely an adjustment, but we are loving it. Zero regrets in moving, and we are super excited to see what the future holds for us. So waiting for this to get nice and brown. I have it about medium-low heat right now. The thermos or the oven goes up to 10. I have it on a 4 right now, and it's doing really well at that temperature. I am just waiting for the golden brown crust to get formed on the chicken, and then we will flip it over. We can, I believe, we want to cut up our bacon as well.
I want to try some of these.
Okay, just a couple, baby, and then hand it back. I wanted to try the Ritz crackers. We are near family with my mom, my grandma, my aunts, and my cousins. All live here in town. Hello, Cindy. Better late than never. Hello, Deborah. How are you, Linda? Yep, so my family is here, which is awesome, and we are loving it. We are sad that we're further away from my husband's family, but hopefully they'll be able to come down and visit. We are going to chop up our bacon. I don't know where my scissors are. Here they are. Throwing a straw on the floor. Chop up our bacon. I just like using my kitchen scissors. Chop up our bacon into small bits. You can probably cut up your bacon before and then cook it. As long as you get the same amount of grease off of it, you should be good to go. Thinking that's enough, baby. That's enough. I'm making dinner right now. Okay. Thank you. So get your bacon all ready to go to get sprinkled onto our chicken. I might have put too much oil in, but we will see. Let's see if this chicken will get nice and golden brown or not. We're working on it. Flipping our chicken over. Yummy, yummy. It smells so good. I know, it's like I starved these kids. It's not like they just had 10 chicken nuggets a piece and french fries and juice and grapes and all string cheeses. But once they smell food, then it really kicks in. He grabbed like 5 beef sticks, even though mommy said he could have 1 beef stick, and then he won't eat this. He'll say he's full. All right, you guys, so we are going to be making our gravy next. So we're gonna melt our butter and gradually sprinkle our flour in, making our roux like we have made on our show before. So just remember, you want the same butter to flour ratio. We'll do 4 tablespoons of butter to 4 tablespoons of flour to make our roux for our gravy. Another thing I've taught you guys when making sauces that are thicker, you want to slowly add in your ingredients. You don't want to overwhelm the roux all at once. So make sure you're gradually pouring in your chicken broth, gradually pouring in your half and half, so that the roux has an opportunity to thicken before you add more liquid to it, giving you a nice thick gravy. Otherwise, you'll have a hard time letting it thicken up. So that is kind of a little tried and true thing that I've done. We're gonna need 1/3 of a cup of half and half. So I have this out here. Pour this into my measuring cup so that it is ready, like so. 2 cups of chicken broth. Like I said, you can make your better than bouillon. You will need a cube of beef bouillon or a teaspoon, I think it's half a tablespoon, I can't remember, of the better than bouillon. Half a teaspoon to drop into our mixture as well. So you need both chicken and beef for this gravy recipe. We'll have that. So once we get started, we'll melt our butter and gradually sprinkle in our flour until paste forms. I recommend using something when you are stirring your butter and your flour together to get those drippings from this chicken and the bacon off the bottom. That's why I like using my cast iron, because then I can use my stainless steel whisk on it and not worry about my pan. That's so funny, Jen. My kids would probably eat something weird like that too if I let them, but I definitely don't let my dogs eat those, so they get the real deal. Getting nice and cooked up. You see how they plumped up a lot as they were baking, so don't be too worried about tenderizing them super thin. It does look and smell delicious, you guys. I'm really hopeful that this recipe is going to be super, super good. The kiddos are going to like it. Make sure you have your onion powder, garlic powder, thyme, rosemary, and sage all out. All of that stuff is going into your gravy. You can use soy sauce or you can use Worcestershire sauce. They said you can use one or the other. That's up to you. I would use Worcestershire if I had it. I prefer that flavor over soy sauce. But some of those things in my kitchen I haven't replenished yet because I forget that I don't have them. So we'll get there. That was like my bouillon. I had to buy all new bouillon because I left them in my fridge in North Dakota instead of bringing them down here. So we should be getting ready to go. If you aren't using a cast iron pan, you can use a rubber spatula to get the drippings off the bottom of the pan. Hello, Corrine. I miss you too. I am settling in. Arizona is awesome. We love the warmth. We love the pool that's right next door. And the fact that my family is close is always a blessing as well. So we are enjoying it and definitely are loving it. We'll see when it's 130 degrees outside, but I'm sure we will still enjoy it. Our pool in the evening is completely covered by shade, so we can at least retreat to the pool in the evenings when it gets a little hotter outside. So I'm going to pull off my first piece of chicken. Here we go. Now I'm going to grab my silicone mix again and pour this oil off. We do not need the oil anymore. There we go. Turn my heat down. I'm gonna do about a 2 on my stove to melt our butter. You don't need it too hot. And you also don't wanna burn the butter or the flour. Like so. Hello, Nicole, how are you? So I'm gonna melt this. Get all those yummy chicken and bacon drippings off the bottom of my pan. Help really flavor this gravy we're about to make. All right, while that last little piece of butter is melting, I am going to grab my flour. Here we go. Already it looks and smells delicious. Here we go. 4 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. Like so. And then we're just going to whisk it around. You can use a rubber spatula or a whisk, a silicone whisk if that's easier for you. All right, so then we're gonna slowly add in the next ingredient. So we're gonna slowly add in our 2 cups of chicken broth. You'll watch your roux thicken up even as you're just barely pouring this in. As you see, it turns into a paste, and that's what you want, but you want to go nice and slow so that it has the opportunity to thicken up like that. Otherwise, you will be chasing your own tail the whole time trying to get this into a gravy for your recipe. So we're going to just stir it in. Easy enough. Like so. Let this mixture heat back up. Make sure if you are using chicken broth that you have had in the refrigerator, that you do this process even slower so that chicken broth has the opportunity to warm up with the roux. Adding a cold ingredient into here will make this process take a little bit longer. So if you can warm up your chicken broth before starting the gravy, it will save you a lot of time instead of fighting the mixture warming up on its own. So we are getting all this chicken broth in, and then we are going to add in a beef cube, or you can use the better than bouillon beef mixture and slowly let it melt and incorporate. And then we will add our half and half. No fighting, you guys. Mommy's almost done. There we go. It's already making a delicious gravy. Yes, you guys, smell-o-vision would be awesome right now. It smells delicious in here. Chicken, bacon, this gravy smells amazing. So let that thicken up a little bit. I'm still working on kind of medium-low heat. You can turn it down if you feel like the process is going too fast for you. If you feel like it's getting thickened or that it's even going too fast. So I am going to let that bouillon slowly melt into my mixture. It is a beef bouillon cube, you guys. So remember that we're making chicken stock, but we do want a beef cube. Letting that melt in. Now I am going to add in a third of cup of half and half. It looks delicious, you guys, and it will thicken. Once we add our chicken in there, it will thicken even more. So keep that in mind as you are getting this mixture all ready to go. Adding in our half and half now. If you don't have half and half laying around the house, but you have cream and milk, just do half cream, half milk, and you have your half and half ready to go for the recipe, so you don't have to buy half and half specifically for a recipe that only calls for a third of it. If you're a house like mine that keeps heavy whipping cream and milk on stock, then you should be okay. Add this last bit in and then get ready to add all of our extra seasonings in here. Yes, you guys, it looks so good. I am hungry just making it, so I am excited for this meal tonight. Mix in our half and half. Now a teaspoon of soy sauce or Worcestershire sauce. If I can find my measuring spoon, I set off somewhere. All right, so we want a teaspoon. I'm working with my half a teaspoon right now. Mix in our soy sauce. Then that cube got stuck in my whisk now. All right, and now we are gonna do a teaspoon of onion powder, a teaspoon of garlic powder each. So teaspoon like that, teaspoon garlic powder, teaspoon onion powder. And then we've got our sage, rosemary, and thyme. And you just want 1/4 of a teaspoon of that added into your gravy. If there's one of those that you don't like, 2 of those that you don't like, don't be too shy to just not include it in your recipe. I don't think it'll make or break the recipe either way if there's one of these that you don't like. The sage looks interesting to me. It's like fluffy and smells like tea. Then we have our thyme in there. Like I said, just 1/4 of a teaspoon. So if there's one of those that you don't like, don't be shy. Leave it out of the recipe. Make it your own. Don't ever force yourself to eat something that you know you don't like. Here we go. So we've got all of this in here. All right, let me get that bouillon out of there. Let that continue. You want to bring it up to a slow simmer, like I have it. Very gentle simmer. And it says to return the chicken to the pot and let it simmer. And then cover and cook for 10, Grayson and Kingston, 10 to 15 minutes. Like so. I'm just gonna do, it says, and remaining juices from the plate. So adding those juices back in. And now I'm gonna turn it down and set my timer for 10 minutes. Just make sure that your chicken is at 165 degrees internal temp before you eat it. We're gonna add our chopped up bacon on top once it's done cooking. It says if you like a thicker gravy to not cover it at all, or partially cover it and do it like so. I'm gonna move that over and we are gonna get ready to do the giveaway. So make sure you've left your reactions on the post. Make sure that you are in and watching now so that you can claim your prize. It looks and smells delicious, you guys. I wish my chicken would have been a little more golden brown on the outside, but I think I just did a little too much vegetable oil for it to crisp up like I wanted it to. So just keep that in mind when you guys are doing the recipe. Less is more when it comes to your vegetable oil if you want it nice and brown and crispy on top. But I knew that sorry, I was distracted. I'm just more excited for the gravy, so it's gonna be so good. Jennifer, did you like the thicker gravy, or do you wish it was thinner? It smells delicious, you guys, so please let me know if you guys make it. I love Jennifer is always trying my recipes, and it makes me so excited that her family and her are trying new ones all the time. So if you guys try it, make sure you post a picture. And like I said last show, I am dying for new recipes, so please send me your recipes. If you guys have good recipes that aren't too short or not too long and will work for my show, so just keep that in mind when you send me a recipe. If it's something that I can make on my show that won't take too much time or isn't too short where I'm like, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, and we're done. And then half the people haven't even watched yet. So keep that in mind if you send it to any recipes. I love gravy. I especially love gravy that is made with the drippings of protein. So I know this is going to be delicious with that chicken and the bacon both cooked in the same pan that I'm making the gravy in. I make my pork gravy that way. My dad has taught me to make Thanksgiving turkey gravy that way. So I definitely love making gravy from scratch, adding all those wonderful flavors in. And if you want to control the salt content, you can as you are making your gravy. It's okay, Crystal. Hello. I do have a couple slow cooker recipes. The only problem, I would be happy to share them with you guys, but slow cooker recipes, when in my family, they're just a dump and go, so there's not a whole lot of complexity to it. You just dump in all your ingredients, put the lid on, and walk away, which is what I love about slow cookers, but they do make it a little bit harder to show on my show. But maybe I can do like 5 or 6 slow cooker recipes and bag them up and put them in the freezer. So I get through a couple of recipes with you guys, but I don't actually have to cook them all at once. So that's definitely something I am willing to try. Lacey, since your birthday is going to be this weekend, do you want to pick 2 numbers between 1 and 12 for our giveaway today? You guys, this chicken smells so good right next to me. So excited for this right now. So just 2 numbers between 1 and 12. Remember, if you've won in the last 6 months, you can't win again until your 6 months is up. I just like leaving the opportunity for other people to win on my show. It keeps it fun and exciting. Yes, Patty, let me know how it goes. This recipe smells delicious. I'm excited. I'm gonna make, I think, some mashed potatoes to go underneath it to really soak up that gravy. Just cook some golden potatoes in my pressure cooker. Hello, you guys. Yes, Lacey, 8 and 10. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, freezer meals, Deb. 6, 7, and 8. Our first winner is Mary Lou Rowe. I don't believe I have seen your name before, but we will just double check. Mary Lou Rowe, you have 2 minutes to comment that you are here. Mary Lou Rowe. And 9 and 10. I don't think Tracy has ever won. Tracy, congratulations. You are my second winner. Please comment that you are here. And you will get your giveaway comment that you are here in 2 minutes to claim your prize. Tracy and Mary Lou Rowe. Comment that you are here, or I will pull some more names. Don't forget to comment to claim your prize. This smells so good. I better get those potatoes cooking, or we will just eat this out of the pan if I'm not hungry. Congratulations to the winners. Just waiting to see your comment. Remember, if you guys see it, make sure you like it so that it filters through and I can see the comments. Sometimes they filter it out, so make sure you like it if they say they are here. Mary is here. Congratulations, Mary. Send me a message. It doesn't matter how you get in touch with me, personal Facebook, work Facebook. Just send me a message. I do need your email, your phone number, and your address to send you your gifts. So don't forget those details, your phone, your email, and your address. Congratulations. And Tracy is here. Congratulations, Tracy. You are our other winner. I know you work for Pampered Chef, but sometimes even us as consultants have stuff on our wish list. So just let me know what you want. So since you are a consultant, I will let you kind of pick a couple of items that I can pick from. Congratulations to the winners. I can't wait to eat this. I will post a picture when I have it all served up. I'm probably going to cook up some potatoes and some broccoli to go along with it. So I hope you had a great time. Happy Mother's Day. I hope you guys have an awesome weekend. Don't forget to tell your moms that you love them. And I will see you guys next week.